3-1 on the way from Williams. This one's chopped towards second.
The middle,
Hammer goes for the
backhand. That's going to be a hit.
Bobbles it, holds the ball, and Clifton dives back in as they try to throw behind him at third, and the Cats are in business here in the fifth. Runners on the corners, and a first hit of the ball game. Actually, they still haven't given us a hit, but we've got one now. Whether they want to give it to us on the scoreboard or not, I think we have two.
Should be 2 hits. Well, we got one. There's one
they're
up
on
there.
The corners. And one out as Jamie Lathrop comes to the plate in a big spot.
No, we got 2 hits, so they finally gave it to us.
Took them a little while. Runners, corners, Cats trail 4-0, but a chance to put a dent in it here as Lathrop comes up to the plate. This one swung out, lifted into right center, and a base hit.
That might score 2.
It's going to the wall. Extra bases for Jamie. 1 run scores.
That's definitely scoring 2.
Malumba booking from third. And the throw is late at the plate, and it's 4-2. Cats have cut the lead in half, and a triple for big play Jamie Lathrop.
I said during the break, we got to get at least 1 or 2 runs in this inning. And now, he's no-hit us, and now we got 3 hits and 2 runs off this kid. And
so just like that.
With the runner at third, only 1 out.
And the lineup flipping back to the top. Jamie Lathrop, the quarterback, coming through there. Here for the baseball team with a triple into the right center field gap, cuts it to 4-2, and now Bobby Medley to the plate. Fouls that one off, looking for a way to get this game back within a run as Medley's over at third base, or Lathrop's over at third.
The center field, but, we talk about the outfield. Center field took a bad angle at that ball. He should have cut it. I think he was trying to hold it to, maybe just let 1 run, but it ends up definitely give us 2.
This one's popped up into left center field. Coming on is Stidham.
He's going to try. He's going to try.
And it's caught there. They're going to try to tag to the plate. The throw is on the money, and there is an out at the plate as Lathrop tried to get home.
Him out. Are they throwing him out?
Lathrop was trying to slide into the plate. He ran into the catcher.
I believe they're throwing him out of the game.
And I believe they did toss Jamie from the game. He was trying to slide in. Coach Daniels out there talking. He was trying to slide in, but you almost can't help but try to protect yourself.
Right. I mean, they said extend his arms, but he was sliding to the plate. He was sliding.
Jamie trying to talk with the umpires, but not going to get anything done as he kind of shoves off John Malumba.
I mean, he was sliding into the plate, but the ump said he'd extend his arms.
Coach Daniels not happy about it as he heads back to the dugout. So Jamie Lathrop has been thrown from the ball game. They say he extended his arms sliding into third on what was going to be a sacrifice.
I think Coach Daniels going to get his money worth here.
Daniels coming back out to the plate, trying to figure out what exactly just transpired. The Cats have cut the lead in half, but Jamie Lathrop, who tripled into right center, has been thrown from the ball game, trying to score on a fly out to left field, a perfect throw.
But here's the deal. I talked about it yesterday. That umpire yesterday showed great restraint by not throwing out the kid from Chatham. There was that little incident at home plate yesterday, and the umpire could easily throw him out of the game. And even he was chirping, and he was kind of showing ump up after the fact. He was showing him up after the fact, and the ump showed great restraint by not throwing him out. That's a big ball game. He was pitching for the team, probably arguably their best player, showed a lot of restraint. This ump was quick to throw Jamie out. I mean, he was sliding. He's saying that he extended his arms, but, I mean, that could come back and hurt us.
So John Clifton will have to stay in the ball game and move to center field. You lose your rangy center fielder in the process. And that was quite a turn of events. The Cats have cut it to a 2-run ball game, but lose one of their leaders on this team. That's
tough. And you mentioned he's our quarterback. So, I mean, that's when you play center field, you're kind of the leader out there in the outfield, and that's a tough. That could come back and hurt us defensively. I mean, Jamie's very comfortable out there in the center field, and it's hard to have a kid come off the bench in a spot like this in a state championship game and throw him out there in the game. It's hard to come off the bench.
It was a bang-bang play at the play. I mean, the throw beat him. Jamie trying to slide in and protect himself. I didn't see any extension, but the umpire did, and he's out of the ball game.
But I agree with you. I think he was trying to protect himself.
I didn't see, any extension. I can understand if you, shove off, but he didn't.
Well,
there was a collision at the plate, but he was at the plate. He was over top of it.
But I agree with you. I think he was trying to protect himself. The kid tagged him kind of high there, and I think he was trying to protect himself.
Counts 0-1 as we get back underway here in the fifth. That one down and away, misses for a ball, and it's 1-1. The dugout didn't like that for the Cats. They haven't liked the last couple of calls now.
But right now, as you know, we have to get our composure and just play ball. There's nothing we can do about it at this point.
This one's swing and a miss. 1-2 the count to Gordon. Had him swinging out of his shoes for that one.
Here's the deal. We have the momentum now. Got to get 3 up, 3 down here, or at least don't give up any more runs and continue to play.
1-2 pitch on the way. This one swung on and popped up into shallow center.
Always seem to find you.
Newly checked in for Jamie, and he makes a catch. F8 in the scorebook.
Never fails in baseball when you're the kid that comes in.
Regardless of the situation.
The ball always seems to find you.
As long as it finds him on a floater like that, we'll take it right as he makes a catch. 1 out. No, Clifton, a very capable outfielder. We've seen him in left a couple times this year.
Well, it's almost like I'm surprised you don't maybe switch Tyler or somebody over.
Put Bobby out there in center.
Just the fact that these kids have played.
Center field's a lot of.
Yeah, they've played all year.
This one misses. Actually, a called strike up and away, and it's 0-1 to Day. Day is 0 for 2 today. So, Jamie, I don't know if when you get thrown out, do you get to stay in the dugout or do you have to leave the?
Yeah, I don't think they'll make the kid leave. I mean,
it wasn't like. Well, it really probably should not have been. But I think that's an automatic call for an ejection anytime I
do.
Because there wasn't any talk or anything after the play was over.
I think that you have to.
1-1 misses with the curveball inside and hits the catcher Day on the breaker.
I think as an umpire, you have to realize. I mean, and Jamie's a junior, so he'll be back. But what if that was a senior and this could be his last ball game? I mean, sometimes you kind of have to show a little bit of restraint.
But as a base runner, what are you supposed to do there? When the ball meets you there, you just stop and let him tag you?
I mean, he slid. I mean, there's,
So a runner on at first after the hit batter, and 1 out. This breaking pitch misses down and in to good, and it's 1-0.
I'll be honest with you, we had a good view of it. I think, honestly, what happened there, if you saw the play, the catcher kind of said something to Jamie, and I think that's what made the umpire made it more than what it really was.
1-0, fouled back, 1-1 the count now to good. Good is 2 for 2 today with a single, a double, and 1 run scored. So the Cats will be playing down a man as Jamie tossed out of the game trying to score from third base on a sacrifice attempt.
But, miss all that, you got to give the kid a credit from center field. That was a great throw.
Yep. Come up and threw a dart to home plate that beat Lathrop by about 5 feet. As that one's fouled back, 1-2 the count.
I'll be honest, I thought we wouldn't send them. But, I mean, we've been aggressive all year. I mean, you got to do it now. You got to.
Well, that was 2 outs on the fly ball from Medley. A ground ball would have scored him, though, for sure, even on the infield. Everybody was playing back. But it's a difference now in a 1-run game and a 2-run game was that play at the plate.
I mean, it'd be a little more pressure.
2-2 as that one hits off the dirt. I should say turf, shouldn't I, here at Radford. Dixon comes set. This one swung on, grounded towards first. Lewis knocks it down. Tosses it over to first, not in time. Bounced off his chest, went in foul territory, and he'll reach on the air. Runners first and second for the Panthers with 1 out here in the 5th, and this seems like the swing inning. If you can get out of this jam, you still could keep the momentum, but right now Page trying to take it back here at the 5th.
But, it's kind of like, that was a in-between hop there, but it's kind of like those are the plays that we've made all year. Now in this type of game, this type of environment, we're not making those plays.
So adversity is struck here in this inning. Is that one inside corner called a strike 0-1? But if you're going to win a state championship, you're going to have to face it at some point. And, they've actually had a pretty easy trip to get to the state championship. We've not had that much stress. I guess Wise Central was the most stressful game we had.
That was extremely stressful, I think.
0-1 misses low and a good block by Mouse, and it's 1-1. But if you want to win it was going to be. Yeah, we didn't think it was going to be, but that team showed up. We knew they could hit, and they did that day. That was in the semifinals for the region. 1-1 the count to Nate Lucas, who is 0 for 2 today. Pitch misses low, another one in the dirt, and it's
block.
1 ball, or 2-1 now the count.
If I was Jared right now, I'd like to see him walk out to the mound and just, tell George, we got 1 out. Calm down. We can still get out of this with no runs,
talk about just
no harm
a real swing of emotion. You go from being ecstatic that you cut the lead in half, and then you get a guy tossed from the ball game. As this one's a called strike down and away, and it's 2-2. you cut the lead in half, then try to get it to a one-run game. Guy gets thrown out of the game for saying they extended his arms while trying to slide into the plate, and it was Jamie Lathrop, our center fielder. You come back out here and make a couple of errors. Now they're in position to score. As this one skied out towards center.
Field.
Clifton going back will make the grab. They're going to try Clifton, but he gets it in right on a rope, and a good throw into third will hold the runner at second.
He's done his job.
Looks natural out there. That's a fly out to center, and there's 2 outs in the inning, and Chase Combs comes to the plate.
But like I said, baseball's that sport. Like, it never fails. You know, you come off the bench, and the ball somehow finds you. I was about to say, we do lose that aspect of it because Jamie's thrown some runners out, you know, in crucial situations.
Especially the Abingdon ball game earlier this year, the 4-3 win for the Cats over the Falcons. 4-2 the score here, Page County leading. That one on the corner, good pitch, 0-1 to Combs. Combs is 1 for 2 today with an RBI single and a ground out to short.
You got to get this third out right now with no harm done.
The 0-1 grounded towards third, under the glove of a diving Haas and down the line. 1 run will score. Second one trying to get to third. The throw is up the line, and they'll have runners at second and third and another run on the scoreboard as it's 5-2 Page County on an RBI double from Chase Combs. Was 1 pitch away from getting out of that inning. It turns into a 2-base knock and another run across, and it's 5-2. And that was just their first hit this inning. You had the hit batter that scored.
You gotta
the errors over at third, and now Combs is at second.
Still right now, you got to get this last out. At 5-2, it's still only 3 runs.
Number 9 hitter Hammer at the plate, and this pitch misses outside 1-0. Yeah, 5-2 is still in range. You get a base hit here if you're Page County, and you go up 7-2. You're talking a whole different version of a comeback that you're going to have if you're the Bearcats with 6 outs left. 1-0 swung on, lifted towards center. Clifton going back. Makes the catch for out number 3, and 3 flyouts to Clifton, surrounded by a hit batter, an error, and an RBI double ends the inning as they have 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on base as we head into the top of the 6th inning. It is 5-2, Page County leading Virginia High. Let's see if the bats can get answered as Coach Daniel is going to meet everybody out there and huddle up out near the coach's box. But third base.
But I think his speech right now has talked to him like, guys, we got to him in the last inning. Like, he's not unhittable. You know, just go up there, be comfortable, see something that you like, and drive it somewhere.
T.R. Williams throwing some warm-up pitches here as we head to commercial break. 5-2, Bearcats trailing. Again, today's game brought to you by BSN Sports in Bristol.
The average time a resume spends on an HR manager's desk is 7 seconds, and most of them are tossed aside. Now imagine if one of those resumes belonged to Yasmin, who was
living in a shelter, juggling 3 jobs. I had to be resilient. That's something that you can't teach.
We rely so much on a resume, yet it could never tell the full story of someone who
had to be independent and take initiative. And that's how I handle every project I get.
Discover new ways to develop great talent at gradsoflife.org. Brought to you by Grads of Life and the Ad Council.
Hey y'all, I'm Blake Shelton. I love that country music connects people all over this great nation, but unfortunately so does something else, childhood hunger. 15 million children struggle with hunger in America. That's why the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks works to rescue our surplus food to help provide billions of meals to families in need across the country.
Top of the 6th inning, Jordan Dixon standing in for the Bearcats as we trail this one 5-2 to the Page County Panthers. Page County is pretty happy right now. They just won the softball state championship against Richlands 3-0. Second straight year that the Blues have failed in the state championship game for Richlands, but they had a great year. And, of course, getting shut out by a good Page County softball team.
It's tough to handle that 2 years in a row, though. It's extremely tough.
Quickly 2-0 to Jordan Dixon as Zach Griffith waits on deck. Justin Lewis in the hole.
Now, hopefully, get to him that last inning. That gives us confidence and that the kid's not unhittable. We can hit him. We can play with him.
2-0 swung on, fouled back into the netting, and it's 2-1. Again, it's been a wild 5th inning. Cats scored 2 to cut it to 4-2. The inning ended with some fireworks as Jamie Lathrop was tossed from the ballgame trying to slide into home. They said he extended his arms and threw him out, and then Page County answered with a run of their own as this one's flown out
that
towards
might be
center.
in there. That's
going back, won't get it.
It'll be a triple.
Lost it as
should be a triple.
Dixon rounds second, heading for third. The throw
There
will
you
not
go.
be made, and a leadoff triple for the Cats. Hit off the glove of Stidham. He misread.